Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a moment since I filmed something at all. The declutters will continue, but I've just not been very well this week, so I'm gonna come back with a haul. This is so late. We went to New York in May, and I'm gonna give you a New York haul. It was random. The stuff that I wanted to buy this time was quite specific. I knew ahead of time, these are the things that are on my list, and I didn't really deter from those things. I didn't buy anything from Sephora. I didn't buy any kind of, I don't think I bought any makeup. It was just like, these are the very specific things that I want to buy in New York, and I got them. Watch this space. I'm including this souvenir because these were expensive. I bought some Chicago cups while we were at Chicago, not in Chicago, but at Chicago, because why not? How can you not? If you bought a Coke in one of these, it was probably like £25, so I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. So I purchased this as a souvenir. I also, as a souvenir, this actually I just found in the bag, and I realised I never gave it to Karen, and so Karen can have it after the fact now. I bought some saltwater taffy because of friends, but we weren't in Vermont. We were in Coney Island. So we went to Coney Island. If you didn't see the vlog, I'll link it below. It was like 5 days of the most jam-packed, as much as we can get in one particular trip. It was a little bit insane, actually. I felt exhausted when we came back, but we really fit a lot in. So if you haven't seen that vlog, I will link it below. Saltwater taffy, which I wanted to try, and I thought Karen would want to try, and apparently I never wanted to give it to her. I'll give her that next week. This is what it looks like. It's just like, I don't know if it's my thing, honestly. I'm going to remind myself. I'm sure it's got a lot of paper on it. I can't get the paper all the way off it. Oh! That one tastes like fudge. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be fruity. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. But the texture is like chewy fudge. I don't like it. I just brushed my teeth as well. Ugh. Okay, sorry in advance, Karen. Melatonin gummies. I already have one of these. These are fantastic. Is this drug pushing? Is this going to get me demonetized on YouTube? Probably. If you've never tried melatonin, it's not something to be like, ooh, too scary. You can buy them over the counter. It's like Night Nurse. For me, it's like Night Nurse with none of the adverse side effects. So if I take Night Nurse, I tend to take Night Nurse just when I'm having a bit of a hard time sleeping, more than when I've got a cold. I definitely went through a phase of, I was a bit of an addicted to Night Nurse phase, because it was like a reliance. I convinced myself I couldn't sleep without it. That's not great. Not a great place to put yourself in. But I do tend to struggle with sleep. So finding something else, and I feel like melatonin is a natural sleep aid, but maybe there's stuff in there that maybe not so much, because you can't get these in the UK. I know melatonin used to be available at Holland & Barrett. Not anymore. Apparently there are places that you can order it in to be available in the UK. I haven't tried that. I have tried the melatonin sleep patches from Kind. They don't compare, honestly. Initially I was like, yeah, maybe. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. So if you are in the States and you are someone who has in your life developed a dependency on sleeping things like Night Nurse, maybe give these a go. It feels safer. I take 2 of these. 2 is the recommended amount. Maybe like an hour before bed. An hour and a half before bed. And just kind of drift off comfortably with absolutely no fog, or, you know, sometimes when you've taken like a Night Nurse, the next day you kind of get, it's almost like a hangover. None of that. It just helps you drift off to sleep. It's that initial switching off your brain. It's really hard. Helps you drift off to sleep. And then in the morning, you don't feel like, oh, groggy, like you've taken something. I just love it so much. So I bought 2 big value-sized one of these, and I will continue to buy this every time I'm in America, because it's just the best thing for me. For me. It's difficult to talk about stuff like that, because you're like, should I talk about something that's effectively sleeping pills? It's not sleeping pills. It's a sleep aid. Oh, this I bought in America. I just told you I didn't buy any beauty. This is not beauty really, but these EOS lip balms. A vanilla lip balm is really hard to come by. Weirdly, I bought it at the same time as that. Vanilla lip balm, just a regular vanilla lip balm. Very hard to come by. Johnson's used to do one that was like, this part of it, this part was white, this part was pale blue, and it had dark blue writing, and it said Johnson's, and it was vanilla, and it was my very favourite. I remember buying, after they just didn't make them anymore, I remember buying one for quite a lot of money on eBay, like £15 or something stupid, because I just was like, oh, I need it. Earlier on, I used to love the vanilla lip balm from the Body Shop when I was a kid. I've always been chasing that vanilla lip balm. And now, these, which again, I don't think you can get these in the UK, which is insane. EOS, regular looking, not the circly weird ones. Vanilla lip balms. These are two things that you should buy from the drugstore while you're in America. This dress I'm wearing now, I am aware the Brandy Melville documentary is going to be like, ooh, don't buy things from Brandy Melville. But this was, I didn't know. I was there. I was there with my teenage daughter, who is like the target audience. And I saw this and was like, oh my God, it's the 90s. And it had this. It was, I mean, I think the problem with the Brandy Melville of it all is it's very size exclusive, which makes sense because everything's one size. So this dress, for example, is a one size dress. And then at the back, it has a thing to cinch you in. And I never do that because that's really uncomfortable. When you then lay again, usually while I'm driving, then that really bothers me. So I just kind of leave it to be a little bit shapeless. But it's so 90s. I've worn it underneath. I've worn T-shirts underneath it. I really have got the wear out of this dress. And it feels like a really nice quality dress. And now I'm sorry because it was Brandy Melville. And we're not supposed to be sporting Brandy Melville. Because of the documentary. But I did really like this dress. I also bought these earrings from there while we were in the store. These were £4. They're so sweet. Look at these. Just little kind of diamante drops. Cute. Cute little details. Then I went absolutely crazy in Zabar's. Zabar's was the place that I had two places on my list of like, apart from the I was going for melatonin, two things on my list that I was like, I'm going to buy these things. Zabar's was one of the places that I wanted to buy some souvenirs. Lee thought I was bonkers, but Zabar's is an Upper West Side deli that is featured in, I've had these things in a bag since May. I've not allowed myself to use these things until I filmed this haul. It's August. This is crazy. I'm almost just like remembering at this point what I bought. So Zabar's is an Upper West Side deli that features in so many films and TV shows that I've watched over the years that I was excited to go. And I said to him, I am buying some Zabar's merch. So I bought a Zabar's mug. I bought the Zabar's oven glove, which again, all these things are new to me now. It's like a birthday from a past me. And do you know what? I think one of these I bought for my mum. Maybe now they're both mine. Zabar's tea towels, which I think these will go really nicely in our green kitchen. And that's what I bought from Zabar's. Anything else? Anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to have my coffee in that Zabar's mug today. And then the last thing, the last thing is New York or nowhere. So I knew I wanted to go to this place because I'd seen a picture of Sarah Jessica Parker. I think it was maybe from the original series of And Just Like That. She was holding a cotton bag and it said New York or nowhere on the side. I was instantly, what is that? I love that. Like, can I get that on a sweatshirt? And then I think she was wearing a white sweatshirt of New York or nowhere, possibly as a dress at some point. So this is how it came into my consciousness. Googling it. At that time, we weren't planning on going to New York. This is years ago. I was like, the next time we're there, I have to get one of these sweatshirts. So I knew it was there. It was like top of my list. This is the one place I want to go with Zabar's and get something. So we got there and they hardly had any stock. There's only one shop in Manhattan. They hardly had any stock in my size. And I ended up getting this. This is the front, nylon. And this is the back, which says, this has got like the logo on it, on the back, that I wanted but it was on the back. And I was like, oh, fine. Like, I'll get this one. Maybe I'll wear this over the summer with like cycle shorts or something, but it just wasn't quite what I wanted. I also got this that I forgot about. A sticker, which, does anyone else have like a crazy anxiety, not anxiety, that's probably too strong a word, but are you anxious about placing a sticker somewhere? Because stickers are like, this is driving me crazy, the hair. Can I put my hair like that? Or does it look crazy? Just having that piece like there is driving me up the wall. It must be driving you up the wall just watching me battle it. Can we like, okay, it can stay there. Does it make anybody else anxious to place a sticker because it is a one-time deal? Like, I want to put this on my laptop. I have many stickers on my laptop. But then when my laptop breaks, I can't get it back. So I kind of just want to like pin it up. I don't know. Why do I buy stickers? So, bought this one in the thing. Then we got to the airport and they had a pop-up New York or Nowhere store where I bought this. And this is basically the one that I wanted. Now, I would have liked to have a sweatshirt, but it was May, it was very hot, it wasn't seasonally appropriate, and they were very expensive. I think these were like $60 each or something crazy. This might have the tag on it still. I could tell you if that's the case. No, no tag. Have I got a receipt? $52, but I feel, oh yeah, it's a save 20%. So I saved money for buying that in the airport. So I think it was like around 60 some dollars for the t-shirts, which is crazy really, isn't it? I mean, it is. But when you consider how much money I spent on previous trips in Sephora and elsewhere, I was very restrained this trip. I got in, I knew what I wanted, I got it and I got out. I felt good about my purchases this time. I'm also really excited about using my new mug. That has been waiting around to be used mug. My melatonin has been treating me well. I've already worn one of my New York or Nowhere t-shirts. The other one I forgot was in the bottom of that bag. And this dress, I feel really, I almost feel like because we've done this later as well, I can also say I used all these things. These were like good purchases. And so often, it's the same logic as when you're shopping in an outlet. So often I buy things that are like, oh, why did you buy that? You bought it because you were on holiday. You bought it because you were like excited to be there in the heat of the, you know? So this time I shopped differently and it turned out well. I'm going to have to put like a pin or something in this hair. But then when I put a pin in it, it's a bit like, I look a bit like a ventriloquist dummy than when I put a pin in it, don't I? A little bit too. Yeah. But it's all that's going to stop me from shaving my head by the end of the day. Right, thank you so much for joining me for this very belated haul and sticking with me throughout, not posting anything recently because honestly I had the worst stomach illness this week. Just really rough. And prior to that, I kind of took a week off because we were launching our autumn candle line, which is almost completely sold out. Absolutely crackers. It's been a very busy couple of weeks, but I'll be back at the declutters very, very soon. And then I'm going to be kind of finding my feet about what it is we're going to be talking about here. Have some ideas, but you will know as I do. We'll find out together. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.